Dolls have been around for a very long time. Humans have used them as toys for children, but also for magic or religious rituals. They've existed in every culture, and the earliest doll is an Egyptian paddle doll that archaeologists have found, made out of wood from 2000 BC. Dolls have been made out of clay, wood, ivory, leather. This is one of the earliest rag dolls that we've seen from about 300 BC. This is an Akwaba doll from Africa, made out of wood. This is a Kokeshi doll from Japan, also made out of wood. This is a Matreshka doll from Russia. They actually open up and nest inside one another and is used as an educational toy. This is a corn husk doll from early Native Americans. Very simple, but popular among young people of that time. I want to tell you about modern-day ugly dolls. They were originally conceived of by two artists, David Horvath and Sun Moon Kim. They knew that they wanted to make toys, but didn't know exactly what idea they wanted. They knew they wanted it to be different than the typical cutesy Barbies or the other mass-produced dolls. It started with drawn ideas by David. They corresponded back and forth when Sun Moon Kim had to go back to her own country, and soon she sent him back a plush doll. He took it to his friend who owned a little shop in New York, and before you knew it, they were incredibly popular. These dolls are now even going to be in a movie that's released in 2019. Their notion of ugly really defines ugly as unique and special. The idea is that all of these dolls has their own personality and a story about them. That's why it lent itself so well to a movie. So we're going to be creating our own ugly doll style plush dolls, and you get to come up with whatever idea for their personality, their body shape, and their details that you want. You can go really simple, you can go a little bit more complicated, and through this project we're going to learn to construct something using sewing. So the first is the planning stage. I want you to do a lot of planning in your sketchbook and coloring. The next stage is making your pattern or your true to size paper version of your creature. This one has been cut out and will be ready to lay down onto fabric and trace with a pencil or a marker. On the light fabrics, pencil probably works fine, and on dark fabrics, we'll use something else. So here I am laying the pattern down onto felt, and one of these big pencils we have will work just fine in tracing it. Once you trace your pattern, you need to make sure that there's an allowance for the seams you'll be creating. I have two taped together pencils side by side, and going over my original pattern line, I now create that allowance by making a second line. After you make that second bigger line around the outside, you'll carefully cut out your fabric. Any additional pieces that you want will be cut out of the scrap fabrics left over from other students. You can add as many details as you like.